nearly as spectacular, but I had a few witnesses in the back with me that I said I'd give it. All right, so Campbell boys, Alexander and Mason, have been staying over at the house with Asher, having sleepovers, and so I was driving them and Asher to the meeting tonight, and I decided to go via Millage because they have the lights up, and I thought the boys might want to see the lights on the sororities and the fraternities. So we drove all the way to the end of Millage, and then it tees off into, well, not tees off, but it stops the light there on Broad. And I was in the left-hand turning lane, and we got a red light. So we're sitting there on the turning lane. And there's this great big tractor trailer on the other side of Broad, and he got the green light to turn. And I'm like, well, he looks kind of big. And I'm already behind the line where you're supposed to stop for the lane. And I look, and I put my car in reverse, and I can see the car behind me and there's space. So I start to back up a little bit because this thing looks really big. And so he starts actually turning in, and I'm like, oh, that's not enough. And I'm backing up a bit more. And then the car behind me realizes the seriousness of the situation once he actually starts cutting into the lane. So he's on top of if this is the stop line and my car was here to begin with, I'm backed up here. He's already into it that much. He's cut the lane off in the turning lane. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then so the car backed up for me, and I backed up a little bit more, and he's still as he comes, the angle he was at, as he started going more forward, it started cutting more and more into it. I'm like, oh, okay guys. And I literally just started praying in tongues. I'm like, praise the Lord. And then he moves and moves, and I'm looking, and I thought for sure we were going to get hit. We were either getting hit on the front where I was or where Alexander was in the back. And I'm looking as he's pulling. There was an inch. He gets by and he makes it. And I'm like, whoa! And I go, testimony. So I didn't make Alexander do it. So I said I'd give the testimony. So even the small things like that, I just praise the Lord for protection before the trauma as well as after the trauma. So praise the Lord.